Hello everyone, it's your professor here. I just wanted to drop in and tell you some things about the Blackboard site for this class. How to best succeed in the class by using Blackboard the way I intend for you to use it. So, first of all, I designed Blackboard so that it's as easy to navigate as possible. Nothing is randomly placed. Keep that in mind. Rather, everything is deliberately ordered intuitively. So, something that's intuitive, that means it's as you think it would be. It's designed so it works as you think it would work. Intuition is thinking, reasoning. So I designed it intuitively, which means I tweak it all the time to make sure you can get from one thing to the other easily. But I feel like a lot of people just go in there and look at all this stuff and go, meh, I don't know, start clicking stuff at random. I want to show you how to do better than that. Now, first of all, anywhere it says instructions, this is to the point and what we call succinct, means it's like to the point. It's for quick and easy viewing. Always start where it says instructions. Here is a visual breakdown of the course, which is handy for putting all your graded work in perspective and for prioritizing where your energies go in the class. So you can see that the argumentative essay is worth almost half of the course grade, whereas the 3 grammar quizzes are only worth a small portion of your quiz grade, which itself is only worth 20% of your grade. So, for instance, say you were behind and had to let something go so you could work on something else more important. Well, guess what? This visual breakdown can help you see where you should put your focus. Let's talk about how to format your drafts. You can see I've got a thing here, for instance, how to format your drafts. This tells you how to format every draft in the class, so you don't have to guess. You know, in formal writing, how you format your paper, your report or whatever at work, is important. A lot of times, at work, even they'll ask you to do something. If you don't look up how they want it formatted, if you don't ask, then you can, they're not happy with the report. Maybe they reject it. Who knows? You could lose your job. This class is in formal writing. And in formal writing, how you format your paper makes an actual difference. I know most of you are struggling with the grammar quizzes, so let's talk about those. Now, I can lecture on grammar, and I will if someone asks, but the key secret is to spend quality time studying the basics of grammar. Most of the time, y'all are trying to puzzle out grammar concepts that involve terms and rules you aren't familiar with. So you have to start, it's kind of like anything complicated that's based on rules or a code. You have to spend a lot of time at the beginning getting used to it and learning the basics of the code or whatever. Then you can build on it. Even something like driving a car. You have to learn the basics first. You have to think through every step. But if you've been driving a while, you notice you don't think it through all the time, every time. You just do it. Grammar's the same way. You kind of learn some basic stuff. And you build on that. It's not about guessing. Grammar is not natural. It's made up. So if you try to guess at it and think, well, people are good at this because they're just naturally good at it and they guess well, there's nothing natural about grammar. It's totally made up to help us have a society, basically, and order and things like that. So for instance, the majority of people struggle with sentence errors. You probably do too. Comma splices, run-ons, fragments. You probably, chances are, aren't even sure what those terms mean. So if you go in to take the grammar test and you don't know what those terms mean, you can guess you're probably not going to do well. And those are considered major errors in writing. So that's why I major on them, because they cause confusion for the reader and struggling to understand. And you don't want that in your writing. So they're called major errors. So, for instance, you can check out the handouts and lectures I put together about sentence problem issues. Now, if you go through all of them, they build up to help you understand. They start very basic. What a sentence is, what are the components of a sentence, and they build on that, because how are you going to know if you have a sentence error if you're not even entirely sure what a sentence officially is, right? It's hard to know if you have a sentence error if you don't know what a sentence is, if you don't know the official definition. So, what does a sentence consist of? What does it have to include? How do you combine sentences properly? Why does it matter? See, all of that is in these videos and handouts that I have put together here. So the best thing you can do in this class is illustrated here. You go down this list of handouts and videos, and it builds toward something. It's not randomly placed. Everything on this page is designed that way. You start at the top with Open Me First, and then Part 1, you open it, look at the instructions, follow it down the list. Part 2, open it up, look at the instructions, follow it down the list. So the best way to use this page is not go in and sort of stare at it blankly and go, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just start at the top and follow it down. That's for the page as a whole and for each individual section of the class. Thank you, and always stay in touch with me. If you need me, don't suffer in silence. Let me know how I can help.